My heart all over again, aren't you, Homura? Well, yeah, I guess this chapter is meant to imply that, yeah, she truly is a bad person because she does say a typical bad line here. It's very heartbreaking indeed, especially since she is in the cover and all. I just still wonder what is the point of all this? Why trick us like this? I do not like to be tricked. Either way, but Shiki still has the heart of never abandoning someone, at least not Hermit, despite her hatred for humans. I do not think that it's not gonna be enough for her to change her views, but maybe she will see that not all are evil, but I guess we will see what is happening. The Angry Anime Fan, the Despair Reviewer. Here is Eden Zero, chapter 34. Team Eden Zero. Oh, and by the way, Homura is still there. Do not really know what to do about all this, especially after the line. Because after all, Shiki has never met a machine that hates humans. But Rebecca confirms that it's not uncommon. So, and he actually remembers that time he was tricked into believing his friends hated humans due to a program error. So, but of course, Wise is the one who breaks it all by just saying that well, whatever, his boobs feel heavy. Well, that's your fault for picking a big boobed, attractive lady-looking avatar. Although I don't really know. But then suddenly the bell tolls at night as they suddenly go outside. A huge event of monsters appeared, and with a threat level that cannot be measured. But according to townspeople, this is not an event. So one person appears, a man who looks very similar to a griffin or maybe even a tengu. He's called Girion of the Demon Army Corps. Is actually on the orders of Yamath by occupying this land. Of course, the town people protest because this is an event. This is not an event. I guess this is once again showing that the NPCs, they are fully aware and they accept events even if they have gone beyond their programming. However, Jamaroth is actually disturbing the flow of of the computer world by because these people actually work for him in a very twisted way. Once again, showing that well, the NPCs of this world of the Digitalis seems to accept how they live and how they are. It's just, however, what he says here is still pretty disturbing. It's like Yamarov have told them that it's no fun killing NPCs, so you guys can have them, which includes his demon army corps. However, they will keep players' personnel alive so Yamarov can kill them himself. And the only point is for a very twisted point. It's definitely a point worth saying from a NPC, but it's still pretty twisted. And that is, they will make this a monster town, and then Jamarov will exterminate them for their own amusement, therefore getting experience points. And therefore they should give his life to them. It's, this seems to make me understand, wait, do they know that they will be killed, or or does event monsters always come back? Because in video games they do. Makes me wonder, and why is it no fun to kill NPCs? Is that because NPCs can also come back to life? Or is it because, well, he don't consider NPCs real humans because they're after all NPCs? Either way, having that kind of philosophy is pretty twisted. They know they will die, and yet they accept it. So they begin to attack, but of course Shiki charges right in and blows away a large crowd of them. However, he sees some flying heading towards Hermit Hill, so he decides to deal with that. As Rebecca changes Happy into blasters, they suddenly realize that Homura is gone because she then abandoned them. And here is the tragic line. She contacts her brother Jesse, who is actually in a private chat, and she wants to hurry and finish the job. Last time we heard, she revealed she was undercover and didn't really care about the Eden Zero crew, and this one seems to confirm it, which is very heartbreaking to hear. And and that is when Jesse asks, or are you just gonna ban Shiki and the gang? She says they are not bad people, but they have already done their part. And that line is a classic villainous line. Because usually when a people acknowledge someone, they do acknowledge. But when they then suddenly say they have done their part, that's a typical villainous line, showing a very lack of empathy. And I have to say, I am very heartbroken to hear that. I guess that means that yes, she truly is evil. But this also once again puts things into weird consideration. She says her mission was to infiltrate this gang, and that she is and that Shiki trusted her, and we all know now that she was never meant to be friends with them. However, what put this into a weird perception is, what kind of job is it? If the Eden Zero crew dies, then isn't her job in jeopardy? Or was it that getting to Eden Zero was never the true part of the job? She is heading towards somewhere to do something. She acknowledges that Eden Zero crew is not bad people, and yet she leaves them to the device, showing that that's bad people of her. Do not know how this all will change, probably won't change at all. As Hermit suddenly sees bats coming at her, she accepts her death because it's better than humans. But of course Shiki reaches her just in time, much to her shock. And well, that we will likely not see any change in Hermit's behavior after this, but I think she will have confusion. I think she will have, why would you save me? You are a human, or something like that. Or maybe she will just get angry and saying, don't touch me, and saying that I was meant to die. But then Shiki will say, no one is never meant to die. Or maybe she will just ask, why are you saving me? All humans are supposed to be bad. And so on and so on. So whatever this one is, well, it can be either way, you know. So yeah, Homura's line there is very heartbroken to hear. I guess that does summarize that she is on the side of evil. It's just that, what is going on here? I do not like having been this betrayed, Hiromashima. I'm all for being trolled. But being trolled for a character I thought was good and then suddenly seeing her evil, I don't really know. But Jamarov have even have his clutches into the monster events. I mean, he seems to just be a sadistic murderer, so maybe he doesn't really have any motives, but still, event monsters willing to die for, perfectly willing to die for him for experience points, makes me actually wonder, do they think that they will come back to life, or is it just that type of brainwashing? Why? And that begs the question, why all of this? But again, maybe Yamarov doesn't have a reason. He's just a sadistic murderer, and sadistic murderers don't have a reason other than pure, simple, selfish murderous pleasure. So give me your thoughts if you have any.